Hey team, welcome back. This is a look at Dwarf Mages, or Extroverted Thinking, TE, as it is abbreviated. What is a Dwarf Mage? Dwarf Mages, technically, they're extroverted thinking. So people who use extroverted thinking as their dominant function. It's a cognitive function that makes an evaluation about logical and emotionally detached information based on the environment. So it's a way to make decisions, and it's not looking at emotions or value, but looking at logic. Okay? So do you often ask, does it work? Or what works when making decisions? Do you prefer to get measurable results? Might be a dwarf mage. So extroverted thinking. Some of the stereotypes are very organized, like a CEO of a company, and completionists. Technically, it's objective, cold, detached, logic-focused decision making. So it's objective, meaning that it's not from your own personal experiences, but it's in the outer world. And it's detached logic. It's not emotions. It's not clouded by emotions or anything like that. Just what you empirically know. It consults agreed upon measurements. So they want results. You make a decision, you want a result. These results have to be able to be understood by everybody else. So saying like, we improved by 30%. That's an agreed upon measurement. We sold $2,000. It's an agreed upon measurement. It's not like, we feel better about our decisions and we got, good results. It doesn't work for an extroverted thinking or dwarf mage. They're focused on effectiveness and competence. They want things to work properly, and people are part of those things. Not hating, just saying. It's a different way of looking at the world from mine. Dwarf mages. Dwarves are sturdy. They have a short lifespan compared to elves, and they are miners, blacksmiths, and treasure seekers. So they're sturdy. They have bigger hands, bigger bodies, denser muscles, and they need those resources and nutrients from the outer world to fuel them, to help them continue on and keep going. They're not looking at things from afar. They want it to get closer so they can actually interact with it. Short lifespan. They have broader interests. It's not as narrowed and focused in. So the more measurable results, the better type thing. The more things that they can affect, the better. They're miners, blacksmiths, and treasure seekers. So they're mining and getting those gems and the treasures, and they're using that to recombine it with other things in the environment and build some nice armor and stuff like that. Making new systems specifically for mages, instead of kind of using old ones and fixing those. They want to make something new that works. Mages are strategists, and they use magic, and they use intellect as their stat. So as a strategist, it's like playing chess. They're trying to understand what each piece can do and how to use it most effectively. And they use magic, so they have mana, and they use their resources to make decisions and use their abilities and control the outer world. And intellect is that logic focused way of looking at things, not as much spirit and harmony. And yeah, I think that's good. So let's look at a pre-made character. In case you are not a Dwarf Mage or do not know any Dwarf Mages, here's one for you. His name is Tel Gembeard. He's a Dwarf Mage caster, uses damaging abilities, not healing abilities. And his stat allocation is Intellect. Tel is the eldest son of the Gembeard family. He has two brothers, Yurlo and Reg. The Gembeards have a long history of working as a family of miners. Tel worked like his ancestors for many years before he decided that he wanted better results. This desire came to fruition when he founded the New World Miners League, a group of miners who search far and wide for adventure and treasure. On a dig, Tel literally stumbled on a series of runestones buried deep in the rocks. Curious, he expanded his search and found detailed explanations carved in stone. The explanations of the runestones worked almost like an instruction manual. The runestones, when aligned correctly, grant him the power to control the physical world. When he understood that the runestones could manipulate the world, he quickly realized their benefits. Tel put the runestones to work to increase the speed and success of his mining operation. The three brothers quickly became famous across the world. Tel's organized, effective league began to yield massive results, and new recruits came fast. Even now, treasure and wealth are an important motivator for Tel. However, the runestones have awakened a joy in exploring and controlling the environment. Tel found himself wanting new, exciting treasures. Hearing rumors of more runestones, he left his company to his brothers. The runestones he now seeks are not buried under the earth, but held by dragons. He wants to be a successful adventurer and build his name. The treasures, gems, and runestones will all be tangible proof of his success. So, he is a geomancer. He moves the world around him to cast spells and do what he wants to do. So let's look at some abilities. Oil. Speed movement up. Focus on task completion and achieving goals. Blessed Earth. Create a zone that adds element Earth damage to attacks. Empirically test different methods to find the best approach. Meteor. Slam the area with a giant ball of earth. Give undeniable empirical or statistical evidence to back up your decisions. Earth Elemental. Summon a giant earth elemental to attack your target. Employ the unescapable power of the scientific method. Earth Shard. Hurl a giant gem spike at the target. Get right to the point. Room. Move targets around within an area. Manage and organize people, tasks, and systems. Some keys to the Dwarf Mage. He or they make new effective systems. As I said before, miners and treasure seekers, they're taking things from the environment and making a new thing, making a new system. Makes it happen. Wants external proof and validation. Values competence and puts things in their place. Makes things work by knowing exactly where something should go to be effective. Have you met a Dwarf Mage? Are you one? Here's a quote from Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller. Juggling is very much in line with my heart. Juggling is very, very straightforward. Very, very black and white. You're manipulating objects, not people. And that's always appealed to me. So in the United States, it's 21% of the population that are Dwarf Mages. And that's according to Myers-Briggs.org. So this was a look at Dwarf Mages, or Extroverted Thinkers, TE. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck, have fun.